I'm going to say something that's going to make a lot of people real uncomfortable and probably creep everyone out. A common thing with abusers that a lot of people have figured out in their personal lives is that they oftentimes accuse other people of doing what they are already doing. Narcissists are the first people to accuse other people of being narcissists. And that's something that we generally know. The other thing about abusive people is that they always assume that other people think the same way that they do and are plotting the same things that they plot. Like their brains cannot comprehend that other people have integrity. They really just are stuck in survival mode where they just think that everybody must think how they think. And it's just this nonstop power struggle for them. Now, let's go ahead and apply that to all of these Democratic leaders standing up and all of these people who are fear-mongering, saying, oh, the government's going to come to your door. And everyone who's rational, we're sitting back like, what? Why? My guy, why do you think any of this?
The Washington Post says the second resistance starts right now. Newsom is calling an emergency session in California to Trump-proof the state, whatever that means. The New York Attorney General, Tish James, just declared the lawfare campaign not over. She's prepared to fight back. And the governors of Massachusetts, New Jersey, and Illinois are preparing for trench warfare.
Every tool in the toolbox has got to be used to protect our citizens, to protect our residents, and protect our states, and certainly to hold the line on democracy and the rule of law.
As we respect the peaceful transition of power, that if there is any attack on the Garden State or on any of its communities from Washington, I will fight back with every fiber of my being.
To anyone who intends to come take away the freedom and opportunity and dignity of Illinoisans, I would remind you that a happy warrior is still a warrior. You come for my people, you come through me.
And you watch clips like that and you're just sitting there like, why do they think this? Because they're abusers and they were likely going to try that stuff. Remember, they cannot wrap their brains around the fact that other people don't think like them. If you have people sitting there cowering in fear or screaming out in their cars because they're that angry, it's because they have perceived a loss of control and they are lashing out. They're victimizing themselves, and they're victimizing themselves in the same way they would have victimized other people. A Republican government didn't do any of the stuff before that they're worried is going to happen to them now. So why are they worried? That's kind of been the creepiest part for me, like knowing what I know about psychology and sociology and neurology, just sitting back and being like, ooh, glad I live in the country. Just remember that. Anytime anyone tries to victimize themselves and they're speaking on the ways that they're afraid that they're going to be victimized, they likely were going to do that to you if they were in power. I experienced this to an extent a few years ago when there were a bunch of women who were spreading lies about me. And of course, I was getting all the screenshots because people were like, oh, Regina's not doing any of the stuff that they're accusing her of doing, but they sure are doing all that stuff. It's just human nature. Abusers really, truly cannot fathom other people not being abusive. Creepy, right? Good night.